So this is the code for quiz 4. So up here you have the library and files that you choose, the same usual ones that I put in there. And then here we have the entity, we're defining it, we name it parking lot, which is the same as up here you can see. And then is, and now we have our ports. So here you have, I just put a clock there because you really need a clock for all the things we do in this class. So we have clock, the entrance and exit sensors, and then the entrance and exit gates. So you can see here that I think I added in the gate. I need to have the paper here to see exactly, but yeah. And then we have our full sign, and then I just have counter here so we can see it in the ending thing. You don't really need it there, but yeah. So here we have architecture, synth of parking lot is, and then we have our count. I set it to 0 to start just so we have a baseline. You could start it at whatever number you want as long as it's within 0 and 15. So yeah. And then we have other signals. We have our entrance and exit signal and the gate signals. And we'll see where they come into play later. They might not. I forget if I use them. I just like having extra signals for all the things. So here we begin, and then we start with a process. And here we can see that everything is happening inside this rising edge right here. So all of the things will happen on a rising edge. So we start off with assigning entrance and exit sigs to the sensors. That way, if I need to use a signal for it instead of the actual sensor, I have that. It's just off-putted by until a rising edge. And here we have one of the main if statements. So you can see here if the count is 15 and the exit sensor is low, that means no one's trying to get out, then we're going to have the entrance gate signal is low and the exit gate signal is also low, and the full sign, like the sign that says it's full, is high. So if parking lot is full and no one's trying to get out, then it's going to be the parking lot is full and neither of the gates are open. Here we have if it's 15 but someone's trying to get out, the entrance gate will be low, but the exit gate will go high, so that person can leave. And then you'll see later where the count goes down. It's a little below this. I had to do some extra stuff, and that's why I had a lot of the signals to get it to go down once, but yeah. Then I just put this in here to make it easier when I was simulating stuff, so I didn't really have to count. I just did the same thing, but if there's 0 cars in there, you don't really need this in real life, because if there's 0 cars in there, none will exit. I just like having this because it makes me feel better. It's the same thing, just but with the exit and an entrance sensor instead of the exit sensor. Here we have a bunch of ifs just saying if someone's trying to exit or enter, and you can see here if someone's trying to enter, you'll have the entrance gate goes high, and if someone's trying to exit, the exit gate will go high. And that happens for all of these, and if neither are happening, neither will go high. And then here we can see this part, and this is where I use the gate signals. This is what determines whether or not the count will go up or down. You can see that if both of the gates are open at the same time, the count won't go down or up, it'll stay the same. That's why there's nothing below that if. And then else, if the gate signal is high but the sensor is low, that means the gate is still technically opened, or the signal for it is open. You could assign that to the gate, but the person is finally moved, so the sensor went low, then the count will go up. And I just have this as low. You kind of don't need it because it'd be stuck in the first one, but I like having it there anyways. And then here, if the entrance gate is low, but the exit gate signal is high and the exit sensor is low, that means someone was trying to exit and the gate for the exit is up, and then they got off the sensor, then the count will go down. And then we end the process, end another if, I guess, before that. And then we assign stuff for our outputs. You don't need all of these, I would assume. I just like having extras when I do it. and I could go through and clean it up, but I didn't for this one. Here we have our waveform, and I'll just run that really quick. Move myself out of the way so I don't know if you can see me there, but just in case. Anyways, you can see I have a clock going here. It's a lot faster than the signals. You could make it way faster, but I just like being able to see the actual rising edges. And then let's make it so you can see what all the names are. So you can see the entrance sensor is going up, people keep coming through, but then the counter is also incrementing. So once we get to 15 cars are in here, this car gets here, but it's not allowed in because the gate's not going to open for it, so they leave. A different car does the same thing, and yeah. So the full sign is going to stay until this person exits, and you can see the exit sensor goes off, the gate opens, and right around there we assume they leave, so count goes down. And then keeps going down, we have it go down until 0. And this was just a test to make sure that I did the logic right. If more cars were trying to exit, it wouldn't. In real life, you'd probably still want them to be able to leave, but this was just because I wanted it to work this way. Really, you could keep the count at 0 and make it so the gate keeps opening even if you're at 0 cars in there, but oh well. I could change it, but I like how it works this way. And then we can see here, it still increments up, and if they both go at the same time, then it won't increment up. The gates will go off though. They'll open up for them. And then I was wondering what would happen if I started one and then in the middle of that I started another one. The gates would open and the clock still would go up. So yeah, that's my code for quiz 4. And then stop.